Also, guys, today we're going to be talking about Game Week 25 results of the Premier League games. Of course, guys, like I said, and I said at the start of the season, games come quick and fast. We're already in February. We're coming towards 2 more weeks of end of February. I'm going to be straight and honest with you guys. This weekend was kind of weird. I'm not going to lie to you. There was a lot of right getting scores right. As I'm looking on, as I'm looking as my video, my prediction video that I made. I don't think I got any right as I'm looking quickly so far. But anyway, guys, let's just get straight into it. I don't know waffle on too much. I don't keep you guys here too long, and let's just straight away get on with the first game of Game Week 25 of the Premier League results. So it was Chelsea against Brighton away at Brighton's home ground, American Express Stadium. That's how I say it, right? Actually, that's how it actually does say. But anyway, what is it to say? What is it to say? I can't lie to you. I did watch the second half. Chelsea just got outfought, outplayed, outsmarted in every way. The outcome of this game, I'll be honest with you, I predicted a 2-1 win for Chelsea. I thought Chelsea would be like, you know what, they've knocked us out of the FA Cup. We played them twice in the same week. If you want to include 2 games in a row, if you want to include that, obviously it depends. I don't remember what Chelsea's fixtures were between it, but you want to get revenge. You want to get 3 points on the lost ground. And Brighton, I can't lie to you, there's a certain word I want to say, but let's just say they basically slapped up in a nice way. Chelsea. I'll be honest with you, is Enzo Maresca starting to become sick? Is he starting to become is the crack starting to come through with his tactics, with his players? Palmer, is he gonna be persuaded by a different club and that the season if he doesn't get top 4 or top 5, if you want to include that as is, because people saying top 5. So it's kind of weird. I'm gonna be straight and honest with you. I'm not saying it because I want to be right. I think Chelsea do get top 4. I don't think Chelsea carry on this form. I think they're gonna have to find a way somehow. Obviously Nicholas Jackson's gone out. He's important. I know he doesn't get as much goals, but he's important in terms of the pressing, in terms of movement, off the ball movement. It's just that Jackson is good when it comes to that, causing trouble for defenders basically. Obviously there's Neto, who's not getting good. He's not producing the numbers. Sancho, Levi Colwill, being a how do I say it in a nice way? He's being weak in terms of always putting his arms up, trying to get a referee, to get a call from the referee, to get a foul. I can understand why Chelsea fans are mad. I can understand Enzo Maresca coming out saying that next year was top 4, blah, blah, blah. Because obviously I do watch a lot of content creators, like what I said, guys. And I can understand Chelsea fans are mad. But simple as, I've got nothing else to say about this fixture because I didn't watch it, but I did watch the second half. I'll be straight and honest with you. I did watch the highlights. What a goal from Matoma, by the first goal. A beautiful first touch on just the way he just controlled it was beautiful. I'm not going to lie to you. And the way he finished it in the bottom right corner, fantastic finish, 10 out of 10 finish. The 2 of the goals, again, Minty, wherever his name is, I think that player is actually decent. Cucurella and Sancho, just lazy defending from both of them too. And like I said, Levi Colwill was fault for one of the goals. Not much else to say. 3-0 to Brighton and nothing else. And Chelsea do need to fix up big time. So the second day of Game Week 25 of the results of the Premier League games. I'll start off with Leicester against Arsenal. It was a half-time kickoff. There was a lot of I'm not gonna lie to you. It was really it was a really boring game. I did watch the game. I got up early in the morning just to take piss out of Arsenal if they do drop points. But like I said, guys, I was being hopeful. But I'll be honest with you, I said it part of my prediction part of the video. I said that I've got nothing. I've not got a good feeling about this game. I'm not gonna lie to you, even in the 80th minute, I just had a feeling Arsenal are gonna get a chance and they're gonna score from it. You could tell why Leicester in the relegation zone. There was a lot of chances where I thought Vardy could have done better in the counter attack. If it was younger Vardy, it's a different case of scenario. But it isn't. We're talking about here and now. And it's sad to see Vardy obviously not the same. But by the way, Luis Skelly, whatever him, if I'm saying his name wrong, what an important block or interception, as you want to call it. Sorry. I think if he doesn't get that, I think it's a different game. Arsenal will be pressured. They'll probably turn their heads looking at, we're 9 points down. Can we turn this result around? Most likely, obviously, I particularly be honest with you, I don't think Arsenal win that game. I think Leicester probably fire throughout and they'll get the 3 points in the game. But fair credit to Arsenal. Listen, Arteta, good management for him. He saw that his team wasn't doing well. And that Ethan, whatever his name is, I might be butchering his name, I'm not good with these names, but what a player he is. He's 17, coming in the scene, obviously trying to fill up with Saka's boots, who's obviously currently out until April or May. So I got to give credit on. Listen, I'm kind of jealous of Luis Skelly on Naweri, because the youth academy players, I like youth academy players coming up when you're producing, especially talents as them. Hopefully for Arsenal's sake, could they turn the results around if Liverpool do drop more points and throughout the season and all this other stuff? This could be one of the bright sparks of this season for Arsenal. If they don't win anything, they can look forward to these two. They do keep them obviously towards the end of the season, or next season, seasons on and on and on further down the line. But as in right now, fantastic win. Obviously, I don't rate this guy particularly, but Moreno, brilliant for him. I can't lie to you. Newcastle reject, say what you want. This guy is you flicking headless chicken on the pitch. By the end of the day, he came on. Beautiful ball, like I said, from Naweri. It was a fantastic header. He got in. Arteta was even saying it in the Dubai trip, as you want to call it. He's saying that most likely he's going to be in strike. It was fantastic strike. So it was a fantastic positioning from him from the first goal to get the header in. The second goal, brilliant pass from Trossard. Obviously started from Odegaard from a counter-attack. Fair result for Arsenal. Did I think they deserved it? I think they did personally. I didn't see Leicester do anything. I think obviously Arsenal didn't play well. If they did get a draw, I would obviously be happy with it. But it's a fair result at the end of the day. I'm not going to be salty about it. I'm not going to be bitter. Just move on with it. And Liverpool, obviously, I'll talk about them later in the video. But as in right now, fair credit to Arsenal, and hopefully for themselves and for the Premier League, who for neutrals, they want to keep the race going on. Aston Villa against Ipswich. What did I say, guys? I had a feeling Aston Villa's result was going to go on the radar. I've been saying it, the ninth in the table. Aston Villa, I've been a bit shaky. I predicted a 2-0 win. Oh, by the way, guys, I forgot to mention I did predict a 3-1 win for the Leicester and Arsenal game. So, again, I did give Leicester one goal. But anyway, let's talk about the Aston Villa-Ipswich game. Pretty much, there's nothing else to say about this game. I didn't watch it. I watched the highlights. I can't lie to you. What's that keeper's name? I can't remember the keeper's name. I think his name was called Gerrard, if I remember rightly. I can't remember. Not Hazard. I was getting mixed up with the Plymouth keeper who played against us. But I think his name was called Gerrard. What an actual performance from him. And that could be massive points for Ipswich in terms of relegation fight. Aston Villa, listen, you could say whatever you want. Villa Park is still a hard ground. Still have dangerous players like Tielemans, Rodgers, and Ollie Watkins wide already, but he can get a goal here and there. Listen, simple as fantastic result for them. And I said it, Aston Villa's results have been going under the radar. I know they signed Disasi from Chelsea, who's on loan, Rashford and Asensio from PSG. They've signed some players. Unai Emery has been backed. So I don't have anything to do in terms of backing. Obviously, they do need to be stable and all these things and be rotated and all these other things. I understand that. It's still early in the season for them type of players, but not for Rashford. Because, alone, to be fair, they're experienced players, international players. So I don't want to hear any excuses for those type of players. I'll be straight and honest with you. Aston Villa have not been great this season compared to last season. If you look at the tally they were on, the momentum and all the stuff they were on last season. But pretty much nothing else to say. Liam Delap, someone needs to sign him. Fantastic player. I said he suit Chelsea. Chelsea love those big, bulky type of strikers with Drogba and Diego Costa. I think he suits Chelsea perfectly well. Obviously, Chelsea are linked with Osimhen. See how that goes. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Very creative switch. And Aston Villa, they got Liverpool next, and I'll get to that game later on in the video. Fulham against Nottingham Forest. I predicted a 1-1 draw. I'll be straight and honest with you guys. I thought Fulham deserved it. They scored. They could have scored more chances, if I'm being honest with you. Obviously, Bassi, the centre back, I might be saying his name wrong again. For me, he looked man of the match in the game. I did watch the game, obviously, just in case people quote unquote say Nottingham Forest are in the terrace, which I said personally, I don't think they're in the terrace. I think Arsenal are. I watched the game. I've got to give credit. I said it, Mark Silva. I don't particularly like the guy. I think he's a piece of shit. But listen, I've got to give him credit where it's due. Fantastic game management for him. You can clearly tell. He's really awkward manager. Nuno, I think, got it wrong in a way. I think he went too defensive. I might be wrong because I didn't actually start watching the game from the first minute. But it looked like Fulham just knew what they were doing. They had a way of being Nottingham Forest. And I did predict a 1-1 draw. And I think I did say I wouldn't be shocked if Fulham win. I think I did say that. Because I did feel like Fulham turned up in the big games against likes of Arsenal and Liverpool and Manchester. I think Manchester City beat them, to be fair. That's the only team to I know. I don't know about Chelsea. Obviously, actually, they beat Chelsea at home. So they've turned up against big teams. So there's nothing else to say. Pretty much, I think Nottingham Forest, how I look at it, they get top 4. Listen, fantastic job from Nuno. I said it. For me, him and Arne Slot are manager of the year so far for what both of them have done. Especially Nuno, fantastic job what he's done. This guy was criticized at Tottenham. He was the worst manager, blah, 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 all these things. And I said at the time, I think Tottenham sacked him off too quick. But it is what it is, and he's not at Tottenham anymore. He's at Nottingham Forest. Does he regret his moving from Tottenham? Particularly, I don't think he cares anymore. But pretty much, fantastic result for Fulham. Nottingham Forest, obviously the fans will be disappointed if they were in the terrace. You can't lose your games. You got to win them. Even if not, try to get a draw. Pretty much, fair play to Fulham. Fair play to Marco Silva. I don't think much to say about this game. Manchester City 4, Newcastle 0. What the actual shit happened in this game? I'm going to be straight up honest with you. Omar Mamouche. This is about him. This is about Omar Mamouche. What a game from him. I said it for me personally. I think he's kind of overhyped. He's only had good, if you want to say, 6 to 7 months period. From the first, I think even his debut against Chelsea, I said it, people are overrating it. I don't think he did particularly anything good against Chelsea. But listen, could this be a turning point for him? Obviously, he had Alvarez. Obviously, we've got Soto Atletico. Could this be, how do I say it? I did say a turning point, but this could be a confidence thing. He needed goals, needed assists. Is Pep Guardiola and his assistant coach trying to breathe them into the Premier League? It's a new country to him. It's new. It's a new culture. It's a new system, new formation, tactics, every single thing. Especially when you got the best manager in the world working with you. So I can't lie to you. I want to say one thing about Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe got it wrong in this game. You can't play with a high line with Trippier and Burns are left back. You're just going to get battered. Especially with those lanes being opened up. Manchester City have Savinho and Omar Mamouche, who are fast and powerful in terms of running. I'm sorry. What do you think is going to happen if they just play long balls? You see with Ederson can play those long balls into Haaland or Omar Mamouche. With the second goal, the first goal, if you look at Omar Mamouche, brilliant pass from Ederson. I think he's the most assists for a goalkeeper. Fantastic record for him. Is he a good shot stopper? It's debatable. But as distribution goes, probably the best ever as goalkeepers go. But I've got nothing else to say. I think I was shocked. I predicted a 2-1 win for Newcastle. Obviously, I did watch Manchester City content creators. They were saying that I think the last time they won there was in 2005. If I did hear about that, I probably would have changed my opinion. I probably would have gone with a 2-1 win for Manchester City. But Manchester City have not been great, especially they lost to Real Madrid in the game. Obviously, in the midweek, obviously, then led up to the Newcastle one. Low on confidence. Could their head be just? It's the morale of the team could be down. But listen, they just smashed them, and they just slapped them 1, 2, 3, 4, easy. And I've got nothing else. Obviously, there was a bit of a scare of Erling Haaland going down. He's feeling up his knee, but the guy's a flicking robot. Just got up, nothing happened. But pretty much nothing else to say. Do I think Manchester City is back? Particularly no. It is one result, and I'm not going to change my opinion on it. But they do have the best manager in the world, and I said it. Don't underestimate Pep Guardiola. He's been here before, and people said the exact same thing. And look what happened in the season after. Because by the way, they will be back next season. I know it's going to happen. So that's why I said I'm calling the last dance with Liverpool, because if Van Dijk and Salah leave, let's just say it was good whilst it lasted for Liverpool Football Club. But pretty much, so this is not about Liverpool, this is about Manchester City. Fair credit to Manchester City. And obviously, they've got Real Madrid in the next game. And all I'm saying is, I will be supporting Manchester City because I don't want Real Madrid to go through, because I can't stand Real Madrid. That's all I'd say. But yeah, Newcastle. I've heard something. Okay, one thing about Newcastle. I've heard something. They do have a bad form when it goes to League Cup. All I'm saying, if this goes up to the League Cup, let us win the 2 games. I'm just saying, if we can win the home game, and then we can win the League Cup final game. Hopefully, Newcastle have a type of curse anyway, but obviously, they do have fantastic players on their side. And yeah, and Joelinton I could tell you Joelinton's a massive miss, especially with his energy and his pressing. And that's one thing I can't tell about the midfield for Newcastle. So yeah, pretty much Newcastle do need to fix up. And Eddie Howe, don't play with the high line again. I bet you right now he ain't going to play the high line against us. Watch. But anyway, fair credit to Manchester City. Southampton against Bournemouth. I'm not going to rumble on too much about this game. 3-0, I predicted 3-0 win for Bournemouth. Almost got this one right. But Southampton, you're just shit. I've got nothing else to say. Flicking, you had to score just to at least could have got one right in this flicking weekend. But it is what it is. It's prediction at the end of the day. I'm not going to flick your girl predictions right. But yeah, nothing much to say. Bournemouth, I just said it. By the way, Areola, fantastic manager. I said it at the start of the season. I just love the way he sets up his team to attack. Fantastic, beautiful style of football. It's just wicked to watch. I can't lie to you. And I said it, Tottenham, if they sack Ange, but I'll be honest with you, I don't want Tottenham to ruin this guy because he's a fantastic manager. I'm not going to lie to you. I think he's a better system manager than Arteta. But I won't get into that because obviously Arsenal fans will cry about it. But it's just my personal opinion. But pretty much, fantastic win for Bournemouth side. Southampton, they get relegated. Nothing much to say about this game. 3-1 win. And you could just tell that I've got nothing else to say. Brentford against West Ham. I predicted what did I predict? Actually, I did get one right. I didn't even realize I got this one right. I predicted a 1-0 win for Brentford. Thank God I actually got one right. At least I could walk my head held high this weekend. What is it to say? Again, West Ham, Graham Potter. I did say new manager bounce. He was getting some results here and there from obviously keeping up from relegation. I don't know. I genuinely don't know about West Ham are such a weird team. They have such a fantastic squad. They have been backed, but it's weird. I don't know how to say it, but I don't waffle on too much because I don't want to keep the video too long. Fair credit to Brentford. I did say it was going to be a tight game. I just had a feeling it would be a 1-0. I know there was goals that were chalked off from Wissa, 2 goals. Obviously, like I said, I do watch highlights of all the games. And yeah, from what it looks like, Brentford are just peppering their net. Fair credit to Brentford. And like I said, Thomas Frank, fantastic manager again. But yeah, pretty much West Ham, Graham Potter. If he just keeps them up, try to get top 6 in Europe, a Europa League spot, I think West Ham fans will take it or just get into the Conference League. I think they'll take that. But pretty much nothing else to say. Disappointing for West Ham because they're at home. And for Brentford's sake, fantastic 3 points for them. Crystal Palace against Everton. Crystal Palace, you could have made me happy this weekend. You could have beaten those blue shit Tim Pot Club Everton, but you had to lose against them. Listen, jokes aside, fair credit to Everton. listen, I've got to say right now, David Moyes has done a fantastic job so far for Everton. Brilliant job. I think Everton fans obviously have that connection with him. Obviously, got them the Champions League spot. He's got a bit of a romantic feeling towards the club, and the fans love him. They adore him. If he gets backed at the end of the season, I could see Everton becoming decent under him again. And obviously, I don't want that to happen because I can't stand Everton. They just that again. I told you that I'm not a scouser. Obviously, I'm not gonna have those cringy fans that be like, oh yeah, I'm a scout. No, I'm not a scouser. It's just the fact that Everton just are those annoying little brothers you just want to slap up all the time who just try to talk down to their big bro. And I'm just like, it's like who I'm just trying to say. But end of the day, I'm sick of that. I've just got a feeling that Everton are just gonna stay up. I did want them to get relegated, but fair credit to him. Listen, I gotta give credit where it's due. And the day, I'm a man of my word, and I predicted a 2-0 win for Crystal Palace, and I thought Palace was gonna do it. I said, Matei, they were on the high. They beat Manchester United. I know anyone beats Man United these days. A flicking Plymouth who beat us can probably be flicking Manchester United. So, what else to say? From the highlights, it looked Everton. It looked like David Moyes has just got something, a rhythm with them, which is good. Especially Everton were inconsistent under Sean Dyche, and you can see the style of football was just flat. In a way, he's got Everton style of play football. Even in the Liverpool game, I know I was on a run, and obviously it is emotion that was paced. But one thing I can't give credit to Everton, they did make it a hard game for Liverpool. And I've got to give credit where it's due, because obviously I was solid. I can't lie to you, I was solid. Because of that Michael Oliver, the piece of shit. But pretty much fair credit to Everton. Nothing to say. I think they're pretty much done with relegation zone. It just depends, obviously, now. I'm going to throw a little joke in. The second cup final for them is playing against Liverpool, our ground, and I can't wait when they come to our ground, because I know it's going to happen that day. Because you think the Cardi doing all that shit and all this other stuff that Everton fans did, I can't wait when they come to our ground. But pretty much fair credit to them. Not much to say. Liverpool against Wolves. What can I say, guys? My team. I'm going to be straight and honest with you guys. I said football's a results game. Football is a results game, and always will be a results game. What a piece of shit performance this was. I'm not going to lie to you. It was an embarrassing performance. I'll start with the first half, because obviously I will be more in depth, because I'm a little fan flicking out. I did watch the game. What is to say? I think the first half, Cody Gakpo was obviously, you realise from obviously Cody getting cutting in, passing the ball into Salah, obviously, or those infamous crosses he giving into Salah. Yeah, like I said, Gravenberch, he didn't have a great game. I've called him Mr. Consistent. The guy's been consistent every game he's played throughout the season. I thought he had a second bad game. Again, you need space to give to Grav, obviously, to express his movement of especially on the ball. Off the ball, obviously, I think he was pretty decent, but on the ball, again, he was trying to be involved in the game, trying to be influenced in the game. But again, you could clearly tell that there's something wrong with him. I think he's got a bit of a knock. That's why I think Arne Slot even took him off against Everton. There's something wrong with him. I think it's just a bit, you could just tell that he has a knock on him. With the Everton game that obviously happened in midweek, there's something obviously that's not clicking with him right now, but I think he'll go back into form. It's just kind of weird. Obviously, I'm not too worried about it, because like I said, for me, he's been the best DM. Him and Caicedo have been the best DMs in this league so far, obviously, and there's not much else to say. Fantastic in terms of Endo, fantastic from Kwanzaa too. I thought Arne Slot got it spot on with the substitutions. Like I said, I'll go back to the first half now, because obviously I didn't finish the first half. Okay, how do I start the first half? I thought we particularly played fantastic. I thought we played well. The first goal, it was kind of, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was kind of jammy. It was a really bad touch from Salah, and then Luis Diaz just touches it with his belly, and then that's pretty much 1-0. The second goal, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've stayed consistent, guys, and I stay consistent. I'm not gonna be biased. I think the second goal personally should not count it. That's just my honest opinion. I said the Everton game, I'm saying with this consistent. You guys know, I'm not gonna lie to you. In the day, like I said, I'm a man of my word. Got to stay consistent. I thought the second goal shouldn't have counted. I think Luis Diaz pushed the defender over. Even if he didn't jump, he still pushed him from behind. I know it might be like a bit of a nudge, but in the day, a foul is a foul, and then the day a nudge is it's the same thing. Because if that's in the penalty, I don't know if that's outside the box, this and that, it would have been given. The penalty for me, obviously, the second scenario that was controversial. It wasn't controversial. It was a clear penalty. I've got nothing to say about that part. Then we're 2-0 up. The second half now. What a piece of shit performance of a second half. I think that was the worst second half I've probably seen in years for Liverpool. God knows when. I don't even know what to say. Matheus Cunha, what a player. Fantastic player. My days, what a finish from him. Cuts in, fakes on with Grav and Van Dijk, sits them two down, then puts on his left, finishes in the bottom left corner. I'm just like, oh my days. What a finish. Obviously, I was pissed. But what a finish. And I'm saying it right now. Players, top clubs need to sign this guy because what a player he is. If you're looking for a centre forward, brilliant centre forward to have in your team. Just brilliant on the ball and off the ball. Fantastic. 10 out of 10. Again, like what I was saying, 0 shots, 0 XG. Embarrassing from us. Really embarrassing. Especially the way we played against Everton. And then you want to put a statement win up. It was kind of embarrassing. And I want to talk about the Liverpool fans. The Anfield crowd was a pile of shit. Robertson was even telling them off. It was a bit worrying. There was signs and all these other things. And I could tell you guys right now, I'll be straight and honest with you. It wasn't looking good for the Anfield crowd. And there was a bit of a scare and worry. But pretty much, nothing much to say. Brilliant substitution from bringing on Kwanzaa for Kanai, because obviously Kanai did get the first yellow from the first half. Obviously, could have got a second yellow, but personally, I don't think it was a second yellow from the first half. Good bringing off Kanai just to not get the second yellow, like I was saying. That's good game management and good in-game management from Arne Slot. What else is there to say? That Kwanzaa block for me, Kwanzaa doesn't make that block. Liverpool drop points, and Arsenal would be 5 points behind. 5 points behind Liverpool, and Liverpool fans will be pissed. They'll be worried now. Even if we did drop points, I still do think we win the league. Personally, I would be pissed if we did drop points. But Liverpool do need to win their home games. I said it in every tie race. I've seen my team in tie races. I've seen Steven Gerrard slip. I've seen Liverpool draw against Leicester, Brighton. I've seen these games. And we've lost titles. And obviously there's PTSD, all those games, I couldn't stand the crowd and all this stuff. But back your team, back the boys, back the lads, and there were no songs, there was no noise, it was just quiet, it was a nervy bullshit, and I hate sing, but just do anything, make the team confident, make the players believe, but it was just shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not being rating Robertson's performance, but I agree with Robertson, and he was turning off the crowd, and I agree with him. But pretty much nothing much to say. Endo for me was man of the match. Even that last second of the part of the game, 10 seconds of the game, he got the foul. And that's what I said about the Everton game and the Newcastle game. You go back to those videos. I said bring on Endo would have made a massive difference. And Endo is kind of being underappreciated at Liverpool. Can't lie to you. His experience, international experience. You can see that he's the reason why we've got one thing I can't say about Liverpool. We've got a lot of captains for international teams are from previous clubs. Van Dijk, Salah, Robertson, Szoboszlai, and even Endo. And you've got so many. So it's good to have those captains' experiences needed, talking and all these other things. So yeah, not much to say. Listen, good points for Liverpool. But I'll get into the game later, which obviously will be Liverpool against Aston Villa, but I'll talk about that later. So by that, I did predict a not three, sorry. I predicted a 2-0 win for Liverpool. I thought Liverpool were going to keep a clean sheet. I was almost right, but Liverpool have to concede. The last game of the weekend for me, the biggest game of the weekend, Spurs against Manchester United. Why is it to say? I'm not going to lie to you. The quality of the game was a pile of shit. Both teams are shit. And I think, I'll be honest with you, Tottenham got kind of lucky. Did Tottenham deserve it? They did. Because then the day, Garnacho, that guy, listen, Ahmad, leave Man United. Leave Mainu, leave Ruben Almiron. I'm going to keep it PG. There's a certain thing I have for him, but this guy is... I say, look at David Moyes doing with Everton. Has David Moyes got better players in Manchester United? No, he hasn't. But look what David Moyes is doing to Everton. And look what Ruben Almiron is doing for Manchester United. There is question marks, guys. I did say I'm going to leave it to next year, December. But I don't even know what to say at this point. I said it, for me, the most embarrassing result was dropping points against Manchester United. Because I genuinely think this Man United team is crap. What is there to say? I think, obviously, I did watch the game. I was just laughing. Me and my dad were laughing watching the game. It was just funny. I can't lie, it was entertaining to watch. Again, that Garnacho just missed a lot of chances. That Højlund, oh my God, that guy's a pile of shit. I'm not even joking. He's one of the worst strikers I've ever seen. I'll be honest, I thought Xerxes had a great game. I think on the ball, he was fantastic. He was creating spaces, he was creating runnings for Man United. But Højlund wasn't doing anything with the runs. He wasn't helping Xerxes. Xerxes was literally trying every single thing. And I felt sorry for Xerxes in a way. I thought he was the best player. Obviously, Man United got that new left back where they signed. I can't remember his name. The guy looks funny. He runs like he's 30 pace. I'll be honest, he makes me look fast and I'm freaking slow as hell. But it was just bad. I can't even lie to you. It was really bad. And Ahmad, I'll be honest with that Ahmad, Duda could get relegated. I'm not even joking. They're a pile of shit, Man United. Spurs, again, I don't even think I was impressed with them. It's just, I predicted 3-2 game win for Man United. For Spurs. I thought it was gonna be a high scoring game. I don't know if I even predicted that because both teams are shit. I'm not being straight up and honest with you, but I did predict the 3-2 win because I said it with teams that are shit and are not good on form. There's gonna be a lot of goals. There's gonna be a lot of mistakes from the defensive side of the aspect of the game, but it was just shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. The quality of the game was just ass. I'm not gonna lie. Wolves played better football than these two, and Wolves are more in terms of worse points than these two. So again, it's just I don't want to waffle on too much because I do need to talk about the Liverpool Aston Villa game. But yeah, not much to say. Who do I think was man of the match in this game? I'd probably say Vicario. He did make some good save. Again, just bad, and yeah, fair credit to Tottenham. Ange, I think he's gonna get sacked pretty much. And again, not much to say. Ruben Almiron. Listen, I said it about David Moyes. Look what David Moyes is doing with Everton. Look what Ruben Almiron is doing with Man United. I can't lie, it's embarrassing. It's just that simple. And let's finish with this segment and let's move on with the Aston Villa Liverpool game now. Okay, guys. I don't want to keep the minute. I don't want to keep the video too long because it's a 34-minute video. I don't want to keep too long. Aston Villa against Liverpool. I'm gonna be straight up and honest with you. What is there to say? Villa have not been particularly in good form. Liverpool, obviously, if you look at the 5 games drawn, win 3 in a row, then obviously drew against I drew against Everton, and then obviously actually doesn't make sense. Draw, win. And I think draw and then win. Yeah, something like that if I remember. Actually, yeah, something like that actually if I remember rightly. So I'm gonna be stripping honest here. Obviously, Aston Villa have a lot of injuries out. They have Banana, they have Konza, they have Pau Torres out. They have someone else out. I can't remember. I think that I think Tillemans might be out. So there's a lot of players that are out for this game. I'm gonna be straight honest with you. I don't want to waffle on too much. I don't want to keep the video too long. I think Liverpool's gonna win this game. I think we're gonna win it 2-0. I got actually no. Yeah, I got 2-0. I got 2-0 Liverpool. It is Wednesday. It's gonna be night with the lights out. Everything. Fans are gonna be on a high. They're gonna try to put pressure on us. Obviously, they do need 3 points. Marcus Rashford, the former Monk. Well, he's not a former Monk. He's still a Monk, but you know what I mean. The former Monk, Manchester United player. Is it's going to be a weird game. I can't lie to you. It's going to be weird. Obviously, Cody Gakpo, I don't think he's going to be fit for the game. Most likely, Luis Diaz is going to start on the left, and Darwin Núñez starts in strike for us. It's going to be the usual. Curtis Jones will obviously be back from his red card. But pretty much, it's going to be a really tight game. I think Aston Villa obviously are going to play with a really defensive mindset, trying to counter us on the counter attack. What is to say about Liverpool side of aspect? I've got pretty much nothing else to say. It's just that Liverpool need to win this game. Obviously, Liverpool will have a game extra in terms of obviously Arsenal play on the weekend. And then obviously, I think March, that's when the full game to be played out with Arsenal playing the same amount of games as us. But not much to say, guys. Pretty much 2-0 win for Liverpool. For me, the most dangerous place for Aston Villa is probably going to be that Rodgers. I think he's a really good player. In terms of the midfield, I think this is probably going to be a really hard fought midfield battle. But listen, guys, end of the day, it's a tie race. You got to win these games. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to wrap it up from there, guys. But yeah, guys, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification to stay notified for any upcoming videos down, especially a gaming with our FIFA video will come out. And like always, end of my video, guys. Stay active, stay hungry, and God bless.